You put it on the internet.
We can put it on the internet.
Yeah, what is it?
A new flavor of the grind. 2 shaker Seth today. I lost my Gila Mix shaker. I didn't lose it, I forgot it. You fucking sick bastard.
Yeah, leave that alone.
No, let's keep that out of here. None of that now. We are back for shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. Me and young Ty over there. The youngin'. He's looking better. How far out are we?
8 on Saturday.
8 on Saturday. All right. Now, I know everybody was like, 1, dubby, giving you some shit about being out of shape at 12 weeks out.
You're 52 weeks out, bro.
52 weeks out.
He's like, look at my face. I can't get rid of these young, chubby cheekies. The old ladies love it. But, no, man, he's coming together. I'm really excited. The side try. All right, there's a few poses that are really tough to hit. And right now, I'm eating a lot more food. I was 218.4 yesterday morning. I didn't weigh myself. I'll weigh myself on Saturday. I was hitting my front lat, and I'm like, man, eating a lot of food, hitting certain poses in like an off-season or a higher food time, dude, it's tough. Like, I don't look good without my shirt on in a side try, just because of the thickness of the waist, dude. If you're like big, full-bellied, or a front lat, you can look really off. But Thai side try, I think that's I think the side tricep is one of the most difficult poses to hit really well at any level, and he's got a pretty nasty side try. It's a tough pose to hit, but when you have somebody that can fucking nail one, you're like, ooh. Because we all know how difficult it is. You gotta be able to move your shoulder and keep your waist in, have good lines, like, it's a cool shot. The 1-1-1 today, we're doing shoulders, get jam-jacked and juicy. I love it. Ices are coming back too, by the way. Both in blue raz and in cherry. Now, I will say this. I'm not a huge fan of ices. It's known in the office that I'm not a big fan of them. I haven't tried these yet, but everybody in the office says they are way better in the H2 version than the original hydraulic. So there's only one way to find out. Big heaping scoop that was 1 scoop that was actually 2. Fruit Kaboom intake. The ices sell like crazy. People absolutely love the flavor. I'm just not an icy guy. I'm more of I don't know what I am. I'm just not an icy guy, I guess. But people love it, and we sell a shitload of it. So, icy's back soon. What, 2 weeks? Week? Something like that? We'll do 3/4 of a scoop now. Half scoop now, half scoop intra. I think my serving size is off, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit, huh?
A little bit.
That's a smoother cherry than before. Shoulder day. Okay. The youngin' and I. He wants to do presses. We're doing sides first. Fuck that. Blood in the shoulders. We're gonna work up, pyramid up in weight, and then we're gonna run the rack. He's at that 8-week point, so still get a little bit of carbohydrates in you. So we'll push a ton of blood into the shoulders, fill them out, round them out. We'll move in the Smith machine shoulder presses, and then go into fronts or rears, and then fronts or rears. Maybe do a little bit of trap work. Do you do trap work on shoulder day?
I'm super trap dominant, but...
Okay, so Ty's not gonna do, he needs to work on the lower lats. I need to work on my trap, so I'll finish with a little bit of trap work. But super intense. Keep it basic, keep it simple, be intense. I believe that is something that is lost in today's training, and this is my 4th full week in. I'm in it. I love it. Eating big, training big. We're gonna rip through some shit today. As we build up in weight, whenever you're using lowers, because I'm only gonna count like a few top sets, it'll be in the 60 to 70 range. So as we work up in here, fill the whole shoulder up. Like, make sure whenever you're doing your sides, and then bend over, get a little bit of rear in there, even come to the fronts a little bit, fill the whole shoulder up. We want to. So as we continue to pyramid up, it doesn't have to be 15 here, 15 here, 15 here. No. It's just like do your 10 to 12 on the sides, bend over, get a few on the rears, push in blood so we get that round look. So as we continue to move up in weight, bigger, fuller, more intense, and then we rip into presses. drop set. We're gonna hit the 80s, then the 60s, then the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, and the 20s. This is why you eat big. Eat the food, lift the weights, shut the fuck up. Do crazy shit. Don't be a bitch.
It starts with
one thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I'm designed this rhyme to explain in due time. Let's go. I know time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property. Remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you. Pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you. Pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
The fucking 50s feel light after doing the 70s.
You like that shit, huh?
I do.
That's where the Seth set thing came from. Like after I would do like heavy weight, like moving heavy weight because it's cool.
Yeah.
Then I would go to the weight that I'd feel really comfortable at, like dropping it down, and you just feel like, look, these are lighter, but you're also like, you're able to feel it. You're able to get the squeeze on the top,
it's like,
or pushing, or whatever it is that you're doing.
you're able to get that mind-muscle connection with weight that you normally wouldn't be able to.
Is that bro science or real science?
Fucking,
It's probably, there probably is some type of real science behind that concept, but I just found out that like if I move, even if I move a heavier weight for like only a few reps, like you go to touch a lighter weight and you're like, oh, look, it's lighter. No shit, it's fucking lighter, it's lighter weight.
yeah,
But
fucking works. Here they are.
presses.
Looking back at me, I see that I never really got it right. I never stopped to think of you. I'm always wrapped up in things I cannot win. You are the antidote
Come on.
that gets me by.
Come on. There you go.
Like a drug that gets me.
There you go. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Good.
What I really want is
tough, Seth. I understand now. Science. Get them front delts. Big, strong, full shoulders. Come on. Come on. Get him. Move it. Move it. Come on. Good. Come on.
I'm sorry for the way I am. Never meant to be so cold. Never meant to be so cold.
8 weeks is the tipping point. 8 weeks is whenever, depending on where you are, like you're young. That's the thing, like for me right now, like whenever you're talking about like a seasoned professional 8 weeks out, it's much different than an amateur 8 weeks out. This is what, your second show? Third show?
I did 2 shows in 1 year, a year off.
So it's like your condition at 8 weeks is not going to be my condition at 8 weeks, nor is it like things won't be the same. So,
And like we had to this prep's been a little different than how we normally structure one with where I started at. So
yeah, because you're still fucking learning your body. You're still adding tissue. You know what I mean? You're still trying to build. You're 24, 23. Like there's so much to learn. And at 23 years old, you're not really supposed to have paper thin skin. Like that's just not in how it's supposed to go. So you're fighting against what you're actually supposed to be as a normal human being and just building tissue, growing into becoming a full grown man. Like you can't even rent a fucking car yet. You'd be 25 to rent a car. You're not either.
Nope.
But whenever it comes to it, like 8 weeks out is like a tipping point whenever it's like, okay, some guys still grow. Like professionals are still full, they're still big because they have so much more mature muscle. Yeah. Dude, you pull food, that's why you're dropping weight. That's why you dropped X amount of pounds in a short period of time. It's just because that happens. It's impossible. At your age and stage, I really like face pulls. Only because they help connect and push blood. However, you still need to grow your fucking rear delts.
no, that's what I mean. I like that's one thing I've learned a lot from you is the free weight variations of things. And how you like the connections is different with them. So
I think free weights, I said it a few times, the art of training is being lost. I think the ability to manipulate free weights is an art form. There's a lot of old school guys, like all the classic era, the golden era, like they didn't have all these high-end machines, and they do work. Yeah. Dude, some of the really new school machines are sick as fuck. There's an art form to free weights, and I really appreciate it. So the more I can add to your arsenal as you continue to grow, the better. So I say we'll do some bent overs with dumbbells, and then we'll do some face pulls too before fronts. Time I can see what's occurring. It'll still feel them, but that short range of motion with the heavy weight and no activation in the traps, mid-back, all rear delt, and you'll be able to move up into some heavy weight, and again, you'll feel it. You'll feel them pop. No trap, mid-back, small range of motion, sit up a little more. There you go. Like heavy weights. Yeah. You feel how it's pulling right there on your rear delts, but we're not activating anything. Let them hang for a second. You feel if you had the 60s in your hands, how it would feel. You'd be pulling on those motherfuckers. They'd be just hanging. And then you're, okay? And again, like you are kicking the bottoms out. You put your hands in more of a neutral position, or a pronated position.
Oh yeah.
See the difference?
Yeah.
Still doing the same fucking exercise, but just different hand placement. So, you'll be able to increase the weight, like to some serious weight, and so then superset them with face pulls. 3 sets here, 3 sets of face pulls. Because just because they're this big, dude, you know that whenever you hit a fucking hand, like hands on hips,
Side chest.
Side chest, like that big rolling rear delt, and how the rear delts help push everything forward and give you that fucking crazy hump on your shoulder when you're doing it, like, same thing. Hitting a fucking side tri, look at that rear delt, rounder than a motherfucker. Popping off and separating that delt and tricep. So it's like, what, are we gonna do 3 fucking sets? No, push blood, pay attention to it. Find little different manipulation tactics to just help build that small muscle. Because dude, when you see somebody with shitty rear delts, you're like, you got shitty rear delts, bro. Like, it's crazy how big of a difference such a small muscle group makes. So, like, I just hang out for a while, fuck around with it. I do like pulling to your face, like rather than the overhand, like an underhand grip, lighter weight, and like at a closer, it's not like fully extended like I am. And just nice squeeze to right here. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to get that, like that separating between, you can see it on me, that separating between the rear and the side delt, you know what I mean? And how much more how can we get a more pronounced look? To have that and also tie in to your lats, you know what I mean? So the whole time, like how many poses do we do? You know, you throw your hands up, into it. Or me, I'm here, and then I switch over and it's like there I can feel my rear delts. Like when I throw back, I can feel my rear delts. Tip up my arms, can feel them squeeze in there. So I'm here and I'm pulling into it. I can feel my rear delts because it's like, a bunch of people have really great rear delts and do it every different variation. I think whatever you do to make that connection is what you should stick with. Dude, and that's the art of training. And other people, dude, there's some people that just have phenomenal shoulders. They do things completely different than me. And people watch my shoulder video and they're like, bro, what the fuck do you do? And I'm like, sides, like a lot. So I think genetics and then your connection. So, funny story. I posted those pictures on Instagram, that video. Me looking nice and thick and juicy. Everybody's like, oh man, old school sauced out Seth. And I'm like, not quite. You know, I told everybody, you know, I increased my testosterone another cc a week. So I'm up to a cc every four days. Rather than half a cc every 4 days, I do 1 cc. And I love my growth hormone, but people are like, he's back, and people are fucking saying ignorant shit. So I got a text message from a friend of mine who might be helping me out if I was to ever jump on again. And he hit me up and he's like, hey dude, he's like, I think these comments are funny as fuck in this video. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, you look great, you're training hard. He's like, people think you're back on the sauce. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, it's funny. He's like, I want to comment in there so bad because I know you're not, because I haven't sent you anything yet. I'm like, I know. I don't even know where to get anything. You're the only motherfucker I know. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah. He couldn't comment those things. That wouldn't be good for him or me or the algorithm. But it was pretty funny. No, I'm not sauced out yet. You motherfuckers will know when I'm sauced out. You will, yes. I won't be 216, 217, 218. It will go from this to a very drastic difference. This will be my 4th full week. I said 6 weeks in, I'll know how I feel. I'll know in my head, I'm really enjoying myself. And to see if my body's capable of if a comeback would be a thought. Oh, it's in my motherfucking head now. I know my body is not what it once was. It's not. However, feels pretty fucking good. And I'm not going to be the competitor I was. I know I have my inconsistencies, and dude, this is 4 weeks of me training very hard, using my head from a training standpoint, eating my meals, hitting my macros. It's like, what would happen if I actually dedicate 6 months to this? Not just 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 10 weeks. What would happen if I dedicate my life to it again? That was kind of what we would find out. And I will say this though, I'm having an absolute fucking blast. I feel alive again. It's fun.
Nothing like it. There really is. I mean, if you love bodybuilding, there's nothing like it.
I love bodybuilding. It will always be in my blood. It's just in there. I think I really like just being physical and active. However, this is what made me who I am. This is what helped mold my mentality, helped me get through hard times, helped me get through pretty much anything that was kicking my ass in life. The gym and bodybuilding is what fucking kept me straight. And right now, I absolutely love this shit. I love training. I feel like a kid again. Kind of. My fucking elbow hurts, my knee hurts. But it's cool. I'm excited. My body's responding, and I mean, I haven't had anything to hide yet.
Let's say you've always been extremely open about everything. So.
Dude, what the fuck? I'm not fucking perfect. Neither are any of you motherfuckers. Nobody's perfect. Who cares? Like, being crazy. What drew us to this sport was the fact that there were no fucking rules. Oh. You tell me there's no rules. I can be me with just me. I can live in this moment. Yeah. That's what's attracted us to this. Back up into that 235 range to be able to come down to that 212, be full and nasty at that 210 to 212 mark. It'd have to be there because I need a lot of work in a lot of areas that are very important to be a like.
Because those 212 guys are fucking thick.
Listen, The 212 category is fucking insanely competitive. It's stupid competitive. No, not at all. Just simply because it's, dude, they're phenomenal competitors. Yeah. They are conditioned to the fullest extent, and they are thick. And that's why I'm saying, like, in those areas, like hamstrings, quads, like every little detail matters. It's like, are you full where you are? Are you popping? Where are your flaws? Your flaws show so much more at that 212 level, in my opinion. You don't really get to hide much because you have to be conditioned. Dude, if you're an out of shape 212 competitor, you are immediately going like this. Oh, over here. Oh, you're out of shape at 212? Over here. Immediately. Out of shape, gone. Keon, it's proved through Keon, because when Keon wasn't in shape, oh, you have phenomenal structure, you're not in shape, over here.
Yeah, he's like some of the best muscularity and best structure in 212, and if he's not in shape,
But then what happened when dude was on? Oh, number one. No questions asked. Number one. So the conditioning is so important, and once you have it on, you are a complete bodybuilder with very little flaws. Oh man. 212's tough, and that's why I'm being ultra critical of myself. Yeah. You have to be. That's bodybuilding. Body dysmorphia stuff.
He said if you want to be the best in the world at anything, you have to be extremely critical of everything.
Yes. You have, well, that's part of the fun. Yeah. What's good if I'm always like, Ty, you look spectacular today. No, what are you doing? Your legs look beat up. Well, yeah, I'm doing a fuckload of cardio. All right, cool, you're getting your rest, you're rolling them out, or you're doing all your therapy that you need to do. Like, those are important things to say. Like, cool, hey, you look flatter than you were 2 days ago. That's normal, you probably had less food. You know what I mean? Hey, you look a little off. Did you cheat on your diet? Things like that. People need to be honest whenever you want to be a competitive bodybuilder. Being a good competitive bodybuilder is completely different than me just looking cool in the gym. Like, fuck yeah, I look cool in the gym, dude. You go on stage, whole different world. Anybody can look good in the gym to a certain extent. But you go on stage, motherfucker, it's a wild game. Because there's some people that's their fucking world. Yeah, and it's cool. But that's what we're into, and that's, I believe, where bodybuilding doesn't get enough credit to the competitive bodybuilders. Because in order to be a competitive stage bodybuilder, bro, dude, you got to dedicate your life. Like, look at John De La Rosa. Like, a lot of people don't know a whole lot about John De La Rosa. John De La Rosa was he was a heavyweight, but on the lighter side of the heavyweights, because whenever he came up, I was coming up in that same time. That motherfucker is tearing through shit right now. Not a lot of people know who he is, but he is a phenomenal bodybuilder, competitive bodybuilder. Phenomenal. People are like, oh, who's John De La Rosa? He's just some regular fucking eye-tie from New York that's a great dude and he's killing it right now. Took what was he at the Arnold? Fourth at the fucking Arnold Classic. Against some really good competitors. Yeah. I'm pumped for him. But it's just things like that, like being a competitive bodybuilder is very difficult. Don't forget, everybody, Code Notebook. Support young Ty here. You guys gave him a ton of support and we appreciate it. We have a ton of really cool shit happening with the companies. We have brand new flavors of the grind dropping within the next 6 weeks. We're going to be doing away with Shark Bite, Unicorn Blood, Deadlifts and Gummy Bears. Deadlifts and Gummy Bears might come around here and there. My favorite flavor. But we have a ton of new flavors coming in for the grind, H2s, intakes, proteins. Thank you for all the support with Never Ending Chocolate and Marshmallow Milk. If you did not get those flavors because they sold out on our website, please make sure you guys go and support the stores that support us as a company and go put foot traffic in there. They have Marshmallow Milk. I don't know if they have Never Ending Chocolate. Maybe one or two still have some Never Ending Chocolates, but it's been awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. Young Ty here, killing it. Code Notebook, 10% off. All the support goes to him. Had a good session. We'll do a little more posing, probably do a couple fronts. We didn't do fronts yet. We got to finish fronts. Yeah, we just got tied up with posing. You know, two dudes just in the gym being naked together. It's just meathead stuff. All right, everybody. Loving to the old lady. Let her know you love her. Have a good weekend.